I mean, I think with all our players, we set some pretty clear guidelines from the beginning. You know, some of those are legal issues, whether they're state law, university policy, all of that. Some of those are more internal policy. And I think some of it is just clearing the path to make sure that you do what you, first and foremost, what you came here to do, you know, which is one, get an education, and two, develop and do well on the football field. And those things haven't changed. And so I think with all of our players, Spencer included, NIL can be a great thing, but it can also be dangerous. It can also be detrimental in the long run if you let it, if you don't handle it the correct way. So we've had good, honest conversations. You know, just like any player, I want him to be able to capitalize and do extremely well. I want all our guys to be able to do it. But, you know, in the end, it'll be best for everybody involved if, you know, the team plays well, the guys play well individually. That just brings success for everybody, and that's what we're after. I think it's something. It's another thing on our plate that we have to monitor and try to find a way to make it an advantage for our team and our program, and that's been our focus. I mean, again, we know it can be a good thing for these players and families, and so at the end of the day, that's the case, and we want our guys to be able to capitalize, but we're trying to find, and admittedly, I think there will be some trial and error through this. I mean, I think we're all learning. It's really new. We've tried to go back to our core principles within our program that we believe in, apply it to this. We've tried to teach our guys about, just like we would blocking off time for academics or blocking off time for extra film or recovery, whatever it is. We've tried to be able to do the same thing with this NIL so that, you know, guys can have an amount of time where they can get it done, but it also doesn't take away from the bigger goals. So, yeah, it's just another piece to the puzzle. And it's another thing that I think if a program, a coach, an individual player, if you do it well and do it the right way and everybody's on the same page, it can be an absolute positive. And it's obviously something that, if not done well, can be a detriment to a player. It can be a detriment to a locker room. And I'm sure we'll see some examples of both as we go forward.
Yeah, this past month, it's been fun for sure. You know, with the change of rules and, you know, not just affecting me, but a lot of other players in the country in a positive way, I believe. So, yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it hasn't been my number one focus. You know, the main focus still continues the same, and that's prepare throughout the summer and get ready for fall camp, which starts tomorrow. But yeah, there's been a couple, you know, good amount of, you know, great things going on. So I just am very grateful and, you know, hoping it could continue to come. Yeah, Chris and Steinberg, that group is a great group to be with. As of now, it's strictly NIL period, so just for 6 months here. Don't know what I'm going to do in the future, but it's just strictly for NIL, college, and no, they take a lot of stress off of me, so I don't really have to focus on, you know, the NIL, the money side, and I could just focus on football. So I gotta, you know, my father and my mom did a great interviewing process with all these guys, and we just felt most comfortable with Steinberg Enterprises and Chris Cabot being my representative. So that's a great group of guys, and they represent well and kind of take the stress off me a little bit. Yeah, it was my dad that mainly did the interview process and kind of just let me focus on football. So I'm grateful to have, I mean, both my parents, but mainly my dad doing all that type of stuff. And yeah, he did a good job. It was strategic, just wanted to be authentic and be comfortable with what we did. And I think we ended up with a great group, and it's been a good month. It's been a fun month, and but the focus remains the focus, and that's ball. And that's going to take care of everything else. So I'll let my group take care of that stuff, and I'll focus on the field. But no, it's been a good month for sure.
Yeah, has that been a situation where they bring stuff to you and run it by you, like you're the CEO almost, you know, running across your desk and you sign off on it? How's that work?
Yeah, kind of like what you said. I mean, just companies reaching out to Chris, and he'll bring it to me and give me the idea, and if we like it, we'll roll with it.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.